Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Subject to Change is here. And today we are joined by Overtime Megan and Liv. She's not Overtime Liv, but we're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about a tiger running loose in Houston. And what else do we got? Oh, yeah, girls fighting girls. So that's all coming up. Make sure you stay tuned. Tom was late, if anybody was wondering, per usual. And Spence is here as well. What's up, everybody?
I was on time. Like, I was perfectly on time today.
Yeah, you were good today. We were just early. Jordan, it's like we work on Jordan's time. He's changed the time of this podcast 4 times for this episode alone. It's getting ridiculous.
Dude, I just wanted to make sure this got through because we got OT Megan in here. We got Liv. People are actually going to listen maybe today. We're just talking about how, like, you know, this is good because we don't think anybody listens to us. But now that we have Liv and Megan, we should get some views on this one. So that's positive. Megan, what's up?
What's up? I'm happy to be here. Happy to just join this podcast group. I can't wait. Ash is like popping off in the corner right now.
Megan, did you know who Jordan was before this podcast?
I did, but Ash texted me, we're having Jordan on, and I go, Jordan who? I was confused because I had a brain fart. I was like, is that a new person working at Overtime? I had a complete brain fart, and then I realized the email said Jordan McCabe podcast, but I deleted the email. Sorry, Ash.
We're only on episode 42. It's okay.
She was like Michael B. Jordan, Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
all these.
Is this LeBron James podcast? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I think I'm like, am I a D-list? Am I like a D-list Jordan at this point in my life? Is that what we're going with?
I feel like there's a lot of really good Jordans.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough being a Jordan out here.
You're right there next to Jordan Kilganon. Kilganon, is that how you say it?
Kilgannon.
I don't know who that is, so that goes to show.
That's good. Thanks, Spence.
I mean,
I know like one other Jordan, so you're pretty up there.
All right, cool. Yeah.
That's
awesome.
actually interesting. How famous are you? I think you're a D-list. Like, that's good. I'm not on a list.
Okay, hey, look, it's all right.
There's Megan.
I think
I'm
Megan.
definitely like F list.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think you've surpassed me, which is fine. I would rather you do it. You're better for the kids. You should be up there. Nobody should be even listening to me. Nobody should be listening to me in the first place, which is why, like, sometimes I have to question why I'm doing a podcast, but here we are. Let's talk about who is really stupid famous. Mikey Williams. I know people are going to get upset, like, oh, LaMelo and Mikey. But Megan, did you see the clips of him at the AAU tournament this past weekend?
I don't know if I saw the ones from this past weekend, but I just know Mikey's a beast. Did we post that? Did Overtime post that?
Of course.
Basically, he was down in Kansas City, and he put on his Instagram story like, we need people to come out to our game tonight. And like, every person, I don't know how big Kansas City is, not that big, but like every person there, it was like Kakana, right? Every single person,
It's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah,
every single person showed up for his game. They had like a police escort and all this stuff for like a random AAU game. And I don't know, like there aren't that many players. Jordan, did you ever have a police escort to a game?
How old is this kid?
16.
16 still?
16, yeah.
How do you even get to that level of needing a police escort at a game when you're 16? Like, where does that even come from?
He's been popping off since he was 14 years old, and it's all social media based, I believe. Like, it's seriously, he's gotten so much social media attention, and especially like we had him for the takeover, and he got a lot of attention there. Him and Zaire became really good friends. It's like just really crazy how he became Mikey Williams, and all the girls on TikTok simp for him. I see all these like TikToks about him too.
That's just insane. Like,
is he just really good at meeting famous people though?
That might be it.
I don't know.
But then, like, if you're just meeting famous people, like, then where do his fans come from? Like, why are that many people showing up for his game?
No, he's good. He's also good.
He is really good. Yeah. But sometimes I forget I've been in it for so long. I don't really get how he got to he has 3 million followers on Instagram. Like
3 million.
He's still just a high school basketball player. Like I don't really get how it got this big.
It's become like a cooler thing to get a photo with Mikey Williams than like with Kawhi Leonard. You know what I mean? It's like rappers want to be associated with him because 13, 15-year-old kids, like they look up to Mikey. They don't give a shit about like LeBron James. Well, that's not true, but
yeah, it's not true. But it is crazy to think about how because Mikey's got this perfect mix.
Well, it's probably more attainable too to these kids. They're probably like, oh, he's a high schooler with all of this fame. Like,
Yeah,
he's easier to look up to than like a LeBron.
There's an
right?
allure. Well, there's an allure to that, but Mikey's also got this perfect mix of age, like she's talking about, so they relate to him that way. And then he's got this kind of chip on his shoulder. He's a dog. I mean, you watch him play. Like at the end of the day, if he can't hoop, like he's not going to get this amount of attention anyways. And that is what it is. So he's got this, age, this chip on his shoulder, how he carries himself. I mean, he's kind of put it together. And I would say every 5 years, a class, a 4-year class of kids, somehow the hoop culture picks like 1, 2, and 3. These are our guys who we're just going to gas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he's that much separated compared to the guys.
Jordan was one of them.
Jordan was until Mac McClung came into the picture.
You were bigger than Tyler, though.
Yeah, I was, and now I just watched him play against the T-Wolves last night. So, that shit happens. So, no, but it is. That's how, the culture, they just kind of pick these guys. And Mikey, so far, let's talk about how hard it is being, a kid that famous. How many kids, you hear Rogan talk about it all the time, how many kids make it out unscathed of being that famous, that young? He's 16, he's not, 11 and crazy famous, but he's super young to have this much fame. You see that being a problem down the road?
But he's not famous like other people.
Oh no, he's famous.
Well, but Justin,
kind of like Bronny. He's very young and has that platform.
But Liv is right. Liv is right though. He is famous in this community. It's like I was on TikTok. I was looking at people for this podcast today. We're doing this game later with famous women, and I looked up some girl named Lauren Gray. I have no idea who Lauren Gray is, but she has 45 million followers.
Megan is laughing at you right now.
And it's just but that's the thing. I'm in the hoops world. I don't know anything about that world. So if he does stop playing basketball tomorrow, is he really he's not like Justin Bieber famous?
Yeah, he's really famous, but in that little niche, you know what I mean?
I don't think he can go to the mall though.
Famous everywhere.
I think about the mall. Could he go to the mall and not get maybe that's just where? But I feel I don't know. I don't know enough about Lauren Gray. She might be a bad example.
That's what it is. There's so many people you don't know that probably have just as many followers as he does.
Then it really makes the conversation. Does followers even change anything really about you? It's crazy. It's in real life. It's so weird how they step out and only your followers, only 3 million people know who he is. But out of the entire world, dispersed everywhere, that's a lot of big gaps. So I don't know. I feel but if he goes to the mall, he's getting recognized.
He's gonna get mobbed. Yeah, because
I don't think he'll get mobbed. It depends on what town he's in.
No. There's 100%. It's a fact. If Mikey Williams went to a mall in a big city, I would say 9 out of 10 times he's getting. Now I'm not talking about he can't move, but he's gonna get mobbed.
Kind of a good show idea.
You know what I mean? Yeah, good show idea. Let's put Mikey Williams in a mall and see what happens.
Yeah, I disagree with you.
I think it's true because it depends. What's the demographic at the mall? Young kids, right?
Right. That's his world.
That's
you guys are talking about him getting attacked leaving a basketball game, and that makes sense. It's a basketball game. But if he's just showing up to any mall, I don't think that everyone at the mall is going to know that he's there and freaks out.
Yeah, but the difference, I think the difference is last weekend, where did he play, Tom?
Kansas City.
So he played in Kansas City. He told Instagram, he told his community, I'm going to be playing in Kansas City tomorrow. And all of a sudden, thousands of people went to this tournament. I don't know if they would have gone otherwise. I don't know.
He's so good at hyping himself up without making it look weird. He was just come show love. I want to see all you guys. But that's smart. He's a genius.
Yeah, it is good. But are you at some point, I mean, this kid, okay, maybe this puts it in perspective for Liv, who doesn't know Mikey that well. I mean, Drake posted a, what was it? Was it a launch for something that he was doing OVO?
He's in a Drake music video, right? Wasn't Drake the music video he's in?
I believe so. And Drake pretty much co-signs Mikey. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? It's that level. But I think there's something to be worried about. I think what we should be focused on is, at what point does that get to a person's head, where it changes who you are? I don't know Mikey personally. We've had him. He's a friend of the show. But man, this is going at a trajectory that I don't know. I feel like some parents would be worried, man, how do you keep a kid grounded who's this big?
I feel at that age you develop a God complex. You know what I mean? Like you kind
Yeah,
of
maybe.
you think of yourself at like this crazy level because that's what everyone treats you like, you know?
It usually goes one of two ways. Like Zion. So Zion Williamson was like just as famous when he was 16 and now he's in the NBA. Like he kind of like stayed off of social media for the most part and like doesn't talk to anyone, like didn't do anything big with overtime. Like he loved overtime, but he wasn't like on all of our shows. Mikey's kind of going the polar opposite direction. So it'll be interesting. I don't know how that works out.
Megan, have you worked like directly with Mikey? Like, about him and how he is as a like guy off the court?
I haven't worked with him, but the only interaction I had with him, I actually was just looking at his Instagram and we DM'd each other because I was on an overtime live once and him and Bronny wanted to join and hop in, but they were supposed to be social distancing at the time. So they wouldn't hop in because they weren't supposed to be together. But I was just looking at the DMs and I'm like, oh my God, he was supposed to hop in an overtime live. That is so dope. But yeah, no, that's the only thing I know about him really. But I don't think I even met him at the takeover when we had the takeover. I just know I think he's grounded for the most part. I don't think he's like crazy out there, like thinking of himself as like highly, like I know like developing a God complex is so easy to do at that age because like people hyping you up all the time. I don't know. Let's see where it goes though with him because I think he's like good right now. You never know how he could be.
Let's go across the board real quick. Liv, you can voice your opinion, but I don't know how much you know about how he plays. Does Mikey Williams end up in the NBA? I go yes.
Yeah.
100% yes.
Sure.
Megan, yes.
Yes.
Spence.
Yeah.
Don't chuckle
Look,
over
he
there.
wants to be an asshole so bad just to like stir shit up. Go ahead, stir it up.
Do it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I think he's league. I do think he's league.
He's got a hell of a
Right
chance.
now. Maybe
He's
not.
league right
league
now?
right now. No.
Real quick, the last thing on the Mikey thing. Would you guys want to be that famous at 16? Any of you guys? Is there anyone here who'd be like, I'm down to have 3 million followers at 16? I would be, but I also
I feel like maybe like 18. I feel like 16 is like a kid. I feel like you're still a kid. 18, yeah. So probably no.
What do you think?
I don't know about when I'm in high school. But maybe because then you wouldn't have to go to college.
Yeah,
That'll save you.
I think he's got so many doors open. And let me be the first one. If Mikey hasn't heard this a million times before, and somehow he's a listener of the podcast, which let's.
Could you imagine? He's at home just bumping it
every time. But no, seriously, like if
It's
Mikey
like these guys really know what they're talking about.
Yeah, these are really smart people. They talk about like lions and tigers running around city. We're gonna get there, but no, like I would say yes. Just because of the fact of how many doors open up for Mikey.
Yeah.
Think about the opportunities that this dude has, right? At 16 years old, he doesn't have to go to college like Liv is talking about. He could join this OT league. He could do the G League route. I know we're all hoping, you guys are all hoping he does the OT league, which I hope he does too, because think about how like groundbreaking that is. Yeah, I mean, 100%. I think everybody, even if they say no, I think it's a yes. You would want to be that famous because shoot, look how many doors are open for that kid now. It's crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Like once the ball's going to stop dribbling for everybody one day. So like you if you don't lose those 3 million plus the next 3 million he has, like
yeah, he's on a crazy path right now, which hopefully ends up in the NBA. Speaking of NBA, let's get into picks of who's winning the finals. Megan, you go first.
Knicks.
Oh,
it's not that crazy anymore, though.
Yes, it is. Oh, I forgot you two are New York.
I'm not mad about her saying that because I was about to say Miami.
It's kind of a long shot too, but okay. Seriously though, Megan, you think the Knicks have a chance to win the finals? Like, take out bias, really?
Okay. Take out bias. Honestly, like 50-50, yes. Just because they're 4th seed right now. They're 4th seed, and like that's the high. I mean, they were the bottom last year, 2 years ago, whatever. So like I feel like this year they definitely got it. They had injuries though. They've had some injuries, but like they're good.
Yeah. Julius Randle, that's your most improved player of the year, I would assume.
Yeah, I like Julius Randle, but I'm also RJ Barrett and Mitchell Robinson fan.
Julius Randle is a bona fide superstar. Like he's good.
Yeah.
I'm so sad. I like years ago made the claim that RJ Barrett was going to be the best player in this class. And then I totally bailed on it after he had a bad rookie year. But now like maybe it was a good take. but I can't really
Yeah,
claim it anymore.
you can't judge everything off that first year. People want to do that with everything, but I mean, RJ can flat out hoop, so I hope he takes off. But I think Julius Randle, we had Tyler Ralph on the podcast, also a friend of the pod, and that's Julius's kind of main trainer, I would say, out of Dallas. It is crazy because he talked to us. He talked to us about how good Julius was. Like, what was that? Was that before the season or early season, guys?
Early in the season.
And to see him take off, I was just happy for obviously Julius, but Tyler as well to, kind of have a stake in that. But it is cool. So you got the Knicks. Tom has the Knicks.
No, I don't have the Knicks. I don't have the Knicks.
Okay. You're bailing on them as well. So
No,
Tom, once again, go ahead. Who's going to win it, Tom?
First of all, shout out to Tyler because RJ Hampton is also playing amazing and he trains RJ too. So Tyler Ralph right now he's winning the trainer battle for the podcast. Look, I want to say the Hornets, obviously. Like, give me some LaMelo love. Let's go. I know that Jordan and I both want to say the Warriors. Give Steph some love. But I think the Nets are going to win it. And I'm not a Nets fan. I love KD. I love Kyrie, but I don't love them all playing together. But such a lame answer, but I think they're going to win it all pretty easily. I don't really think anyone's going to come close. Liv, you got anyone for us? Or you're going to say the Heat?
I'm going to say the Heat just because I live in Miami.
I like.
But are you full-time are you from Miami or you're living in Miami full-time now?
Yeah, I live in Miami full time now. But I'm from like outside of Pittsburgh in West Virginia.
Her whole family pretty
My
much
whole
lives
family
here.
lives in Fort Lauderdale though.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much.
But Liv, you're going to Vegas eventually. Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see. TBD.
Maybe.
Fingers crossed, guys.
I've
All right.
never even been to Vegas, so we'll see how I like it next week.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways,
I love
Spencer,
Miami, so whatever.
who's winning the finals?
I want to say the Lakers, but dude,
I like that.
I'm going with the Nugs. I
like that too.
I want Jokic, dude. I want to see something. I also want to see Phoenix. I want CP3 to do something before his career ends, but
Yeah.
I think they're I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going with the Nuggets just to pick somebody different.
Michael Porter, our guy.
Dude, Jokic, Michael Porter, Jamal Murray. No,
Jamal Murray's out for the year.
I know
but-
he's hurt, but still.
Austin Rivers. We like Austin Rivers.
Yeah, when did he even end up on that team?
A couple
Dude,
weeks
He was
ago.
a
It
part
was
of like
random.
a three team trade or something.
Nah, he was a free. Someone released the Knicks let go of him in the middle of the year.
No, I think they traded him, and then like the Cavs.
The other team let him go. Yeah, you're right.
Oh man,
Jordan, who you got?
Whoa.
I had the Nets. I know you walked away.
No, yeah, I heard you. Okay, Nets is a great pick. I mean, that's pretty basic this year. I think a lot of people would pick that. I think I'm going Lakers. I think LeBron comes back. I think everybody's healthy, and I think then we're solidifying. Now we start talking about GOAT. He wins this one. If he wins this one and he beats Brooklyn in the finals, I think the conversation's over. And I'm kind of like LeBron's not a GOAT advocate, not the GOAT advocate. Yeah, look, Megan's upset, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But no, I'm just not. But if he wins this one, I think conversation's over. I want my heart as a basketball fan. I would love to see the Blazers get out of the West, do something crazy. I mean, Dame Lillard, he's just so fun to watch, CJ. But that team's got, they got so many other cracks, I feel like, every year where they just fall through. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Huge Blazers fan. I love the Blazers. I would totally have them in the finals.
It's hard not to root for them. Like, Dame is just, I don't know. He's unproblematic. He raps, he talks shit and just hoops. That's it. Like, there's nothing.
It's Dame time all the time.
It is Dame time. I'm excited about that.
You've watched the Heat a few times now that you've been in Miami.
Yeah.
You go to one game.
Yeah.
They're just not. They're not looking great.
Oh, in terms of me not picking the Heat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if Depot's at full health.
No, I think they just said he's out for the year. He just got hurt today.
That's tough. I think they need one more real strong piece there, but they have a chance. I mean, shoot, look what they did last year. We'll see. I mean, the curious thing is who's going to be our boy Tyler Hero or the Jamal Murray of this year's playoffs that are coming up. Anybody pop like to the front of your mind?
That's pretty interesting. So it's got to be someone that makes it to the second round at least, right? Because like usually you don't get enough in the first round.
Well, what was the
I
question?
mean, RJ Barrett would be amazing.
That's what I was
RJ or
going to say.
Trey would be
That's your
amazing.
guy, RJ. This is his time to shine.
Or Trey Young. He's gonna be the 4 or 5 seed.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy seeing Trey in the playoffs. That's actually a good point. Megan, the question was who's gonna be this year's like Tyler Hero, Jamal Murray playoff standout?
Ooh. Like stand out in the playoffs or just in general?
Like
No,
who's
yeah,
going to
the
make
playoffs.
their I don't think Trey Young's fair because Trey Young's already been a 2-time All-Star. Like you got to have somebody who's like hasn't really proved themselves yet.
I think it's fair because like people don't talk enough. This dude just had like 36 and 9 the other night, and that's like a normal walk in the park for him now. Like it's absurd the numbers he's putting up, and the fact that he's not getting like, I mean, he's got the respect in the basketball world for sure. But when it comes to media, for whatever reason, Tom, I guess, hates Trey Young and doesn't want to post his stuff. I don't know.
We can't post that much NBA stuff. I was gonna ask if Devin Booker is acceptable because it'll be his first playoffs.
No.
Like Jamal Murray's been an all-star. He just like had never gone off in the playoffs before. Same with Donovan Mitchell.
Jamal Murray, I think last year was his first All-Star year.
All right, so Devin Booker's a no, even though it's his first playoffs.
He had 70 points 4 years ago.
He's so cool. And then Kendall, dreams, goals.
Yeah, actually, like speaking of Devin Booker, Megan first. Tell me your all NBA team. Like your favorite people, like your best players. Who's on
Just
Megan's starting five? Megan's starting five. Your favorite people.
Okay, let's just do my favorite people. My favorite people you're gonna judge. I've done a top 10 people before. So, wait, one of them's not in the NBA anymore. Whatever. So let's do LeBron James, Damian Lillard. And everyone's gonna judge Donovan Mitchell. I would say Dwayne Wade, but Dwayne Wade can't be in it. Oh, who else? Oh, Zach LaVine and Jokic.
That's a really good 5.
That's a nasty 5.
That's just a good 5.
Liv, can you give us 5 or no?
Well, put her on the spot.
Mine's gonna be like the most basic 5 you've probably ever heard.
Yeah, I want that. That's what I
That's
want.
what we want.
All right, let's go. We're going Steph Curry, LeBron, Kevin Durant,
It's a great 5.
Chris Paul at the 1,
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa, okay.
and Bam
He's a
at the 5 because I don't know any bigs. So, but I know the Heat. So
That's good.
It's not a bad squad.
LaMelo on neither team.
Really shocked. I'm actually really shocked. Yeah, Tom's upset that
Wait,
LaMelo.
who wins that matchup between those two teams, Tom?
Probably Liv because she has KD and LeBron and Steph.
CP.
Yeah, she's got a.
Yeah. I
She's
just
got
did
a
my
big in
favorite
there.
players. I just did my favorite. I should have chosen better.
I don't know though. Megan's got Jokic. I don't know if Bam is covering. Anyways, you could really break this down. It's a good game. It's a good tournament.
Also, I love Zach LaVine too, Megan. He's
He's been
just
popping
sick.
off.
He's cool.
He's
Him in the
cool.
playoffs would be so
Nasty.
good if the Bulls were better. Him in the
They're
playoffs
so
would be
bad.
so iconic.
Where's he from? Washington? Seattle?
I think they're
Ooh.
from California. I don't know. I have no idea.
I felt like Jordan knew him for a second, but he doesn't.
Who do I know?
Zach LaVine.
Oh yeah, he's from Washington, just east of the city, Seattle.
See, I knew he would know that.
Why do you
No,
know where
yeah,
he's from?
He's unbelievable. I was in middle school living out there when he was in high school. He was like insane. Like you could not get into a Zach LaVine game. I'm blanking on the name of his high school.
Oh my God. If you had his bounce, that'd
Dude,
be pretty
what?
cool.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I think about that.
Yo, somebody said I look like Zach LaVine on TikTok and I almost lost my shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't see any close resemblance. Like, you know how people do, you look like the baby? You guys are old and not really on TikTok except for Tom.
You look like the baby.
So when they said Zach LaVine, I lost it, but that was funny. Liv, good job. I'm actually shocked. That was impressive. I'll give you that one. NBA accolades for this year. MVPs across the board. We got somebody in mind?
Jokic is what
You can make the case for LaMelo, but it sounds like Jokic is going to win.
He's gonna win.
Is it Jokic or Jokic? I call him Jokic.
I think it depends where you're from.
Jokic.
Jokic.
Jordan, can you make a
How do
pod?
say it?
Yeah, Liv, make a pod decision for us. How are we going to say his name?
Yo, I don't know. How would you pick me? Jokic? What the? Jokic.
What? Yeah, kind of. Jokic. Yeah.
Jokic?
Yeah.
I like
Jokic.
it.
All right,
Uh,
we're done.
Yeah, no,
All
that's
right.
good.
Someone spell it for me.
Steph Curry's MVP, if you really want to look at it in terms of what he means to the Warriors. I mean, there's something just came out that the record is like 35-15. I'm just throwing out like rough numbers, and then they're like with Steph Curry, and they're 1-7 without him. And if you look at the guys he's got around him right now, it's not the 2016 team. But don't be surprised. Are they going to make the play-in tournament in the West?
So this is shaping up to be like pretty painful because the Lakers are also going to be in the play-in game. So it's going to be, so yes, the Lakers and Warriors can be the 7-8 seed, and that's where it's trending. But it's kind of annoying that they're like one of those teams cannot make the playoffs. That would suck. Like, what if the Lakers just lose?
I love that the Lakers are in the play-in games and that play-in tournament. It's like an EYBL team, like going to some off-brand tournament, fucking around, losing game 1, and then going to the bronze tournament, like the bronze bracket, the lowest bracket. And then they got to play all these kids who are like, studying for algebra in between games, and they kill them. And they're like, why are we playing this? Because the Lakers, I think if healthy, they run through that play-in tournament. But yeah, it would suck without them, I think.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that they're there, but he's still not healthy. He was supposed to play tonight, and he's not gonna. But I'm sure by the time this comes out, he'll be back. Should be cool.
Yeah, I think so too. Last question for the Megan versus Liv basketball debates. Do we have goats? I think I know where Megan's going with this one. I'm not sure.
Wait, no, you don't. I think she's going with someone different.
LeBron.
Hold on. LeBron?
Yeah.
That's fair. Ish. Not really. I won't
A lot of
argue.
people disagree. A lot of people disagree with that.
Tell me why he's the GOAT, Megan. Let's hear it. Tell me why he's the GOAT.
Just for his age and what he's doing compared to MJ. Is this against MJ? Is that what it is? MJ versus LeBron? I don't know. But everyone chooses MJ.
No.
Everyone thinks MJ, but the way that LeBron is playing at his age versus how MJ did, it's like night and day. And like they did different things in basketball. LeBron is playing like he's like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it without being weird. But like basically LeBron is still playing like how he was like years ago. Like he's only advancing. And I feel like MJ, like usually players kind of dwindle down. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, no, I mean his longevity is insane. I think that's what separates him. But then again, he is spending $1 million on his body. And I think, well, we know that MJ was eating pizza the night before a game. That was the flu game or whatever. Like, I don't think LeBron's doing that. Like his longevity does definitely set him apart. So I'll give you that, but MJ's still the GOAT. Liv, go.
MJ did a lot for the culture, yeah.
What's that?
Oh, I said MJ did a lot for the culture. He did.
Oh yeah, he changed basketball.
Yeah.
For sure. Liv.
I'm saying Kobe. Who's yours?
You really can't even argue it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a top 3 with Kobe, MJ, LeBron, but now rest in peace, Kobe. I mean, he's cemented into that conversation.
It's like define GOAT. Maybe not the most accolades, but like as far as like implant on the game.
Yeah, he was a culture starter.
Who's yours?
Tom, why are you smirking over there? You good, bro? You all right?
Yes, I love Kobe.
Who's your GOAT? And I swear to God, if you say LaMelo, we're ending this podcast right now.
We're telling you.
We're not doing that.
No, I won't. My favorite player is Kobe, and I actually think he was the most skilled basketball player, but I can't name him the GOAT over MJ just because of all the reasons. More championships, copied everything he did. I think it's MJ, and Kobe second, LeBron third. I thought Megan was going to say D Wade, which like would have been fun, but
Oh my God, no, Dwayne Wade's just my favorite player of all time, and I have no real reason why. But
Yeah, I was
to
going to
Jordan's
ask.
point, if LeBron wins it this year, that's pretty insane. And I'm
Yeah.
not a LeBron guy.
We're not huge LeBron guys here. He's the greatest player playing basketball right now, but for some reason we've just jumped
He's
on
the
that.
opposite of everything we believe in. He's just like naturally God.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at the 3 guys who host this podcast, and then like, does LeBron really give us any hope of playing basketball at the highest level? No. So, yeah, I think that's good. Spence, you got any other take? You're a Kobe guy. You got it tatted. You're in.
No, I think Tom, you're right. Like what MJ did for the game, or as far as being the best player ever, it's MJ, but implant on the game, like Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff.
I know
Here's
you
a-
like-
And I just got destroyed by the sun. I did too. We just got cracked by the sun right in our eyes.
And then
at first.
Jordan's goat is Pistol Pete Maravich. So
I can't even lie. Like for me, he's up there because he at least gives me he got some hope there. But no, I mean, mine's Michael Jordan. I don't think it's even crazy. But here's a tough segue. Michael Jordan to a tiger getting loose in a Houston neighborhood. You guys see that? Do we keep up on the news? I was so excited about talking about this on the podcast. There's so much in this article. It's insane. Did you see that video? Anybody?
I saw it.
Okay.
I didn't see it. You tried
Explain it.
explaining
Explain it to our viewers though. Our listeners,
so
all 8 of our listeners.
okay, everybody, yep, listen up, stop whatever you're doing unless it's driving, keep driving and listen to this. So a Bengal tiger got loose in a Houston, like a West Houston, I think, neighborhood. Yeah, West Houston neighborhood. A Bengal tiger. This like embodies what the state of Texas is, and Ash can attest to it. And it's why I love it so much. Because isn't Texas, correct me if I'm wrong, Spencer, isn't it the one state where you're allowed to have the most like ridiculous exotic animals and it's legal to own them? Is that true?
I don't know if that's true.
There's some wild
Can you look
states.
that up,
There's
Spence,
some crazy
please?
states.
Please
It's
look
probably
that up.
Florida. I think Florida is probably the state where they just let all hell run loose.
I just feel like it's one of those like random ass states, like Wyoming or something.
Or like New Mexico or something
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
some- like one, like I don't know. There's some weird states.
Okay, in the video, this guy is like 6 feet away. So it's a Texas Ranger, I believe, and he's got his handgun drawn like he was carrying.
So basically, people are just hanging out. What's going on? People, it's just like a regular afternoon in Houston.
It's a suburban neighborhood. Timmy and his buddies are playing 21 in the driveway, and then a Bengal tiger just walks in between. Like a Bengal tiger is not a small animal. This thing will rip you to shreds. And then a Texas Ranger like pulls up, I don't know, like Superman. He might have set this whole thing up just to save the day. And like he's 6 feet away from a tiger walking at him, like gun drawn, but he doesn't shoot, which is insane to me. Like,
but I don't get what his move is. He's like telling the tiger, back up, back up. It's like tiger doesn't know what you're saying, dude. Like, what do you like?
The tiger was like slowly walking towards them too. It was just like crawling. And it's like at that point, I would have accidentally shot it by accident. I don't know. I would have panicked.
That's the question is like this Texas Ranger is a badass dude. Like, how are you going to keep your cool and not shoot? I think I'm definitely
shoot it multiple times. Do you think?
Yeah.
How many times do you think?
Yeah, I think you empty the clip on him.
I think you just don't stop. It's a Bengal tiger. Like, it's so crazy to me. Have you ever seen the video? There's another one of a cougar, and it's the similar thing. The guy's telling the cougar to back up, or a mountain lion. Sorry,
I saw one with an alligator this morning.
dude. These people lose their mind. Imagine being just paralyzed by fear like that. That's such a crazy scenario.
Megan, if you turn onto Houston Street and there's a Bengal tiger right there, what are you doing?
My pants. No
Are
question.
you gonna attempt a selfie? Yes or no? Is this going on
I feel like I
Instagram?
would-
You gotta
It might
film
go on
it.
TikTok,
I
it
need
might do it for the TikTok, but then like you might just get eaten after. Won't even get a chance to post it. Then like, what's the point?
It's a risk reward thing, Megan.
Well,
You just
do
gotta
you
go
run.
through-
Do you jump on something? Like,
Run. I mean,
You
that
run
thing's
from
gonna
here
catch
to
you.
Bodega.
It's a Bengal tiger. Run. No, listen to Liv. Hold on. Liv has this weird thing with bears. Like, what would you do if you
Hug it. I would give up everything just to try and hug the bear. I think it would hug me. Like, and if I saw a tiger, I'd probably try and pet it.
So
I don't know. Like, I don't think these animals would attack me.
You're assuming you're just gonna give off the right energy to a wild animal that they're like,
I
this is
feel
not
like
a
me and
threat.
this bear, like I picture the bear up on its like legs, on his hind legs, and like we're just like slowly walking towards each other, and then he like embraces me with a hug.
Sounds like a really like messed up romance scene. Right
Jordan,
there.
take a
Sounds like a
peek.
Disney movie. Like you're like a Disney princess and like the Disney animal, and you guys just have. It's like you're Snow White. You're Snow
Yeah,
White.
like when I was younger, I used to watch those videos on YouTube where it's like wrestling bears in my backyard, or like the guy had a pet bear in his backyard.
Damn, you really
I-
are from Florida.
So I just don't think it would harm me. Like if he could have a bear, just like hang out with a bear, why couldn't I?
Did you have gators like in your Florida
Oh yeah,
life?
they're everywhere. But I mean, they're not like where I live now, and they're not here. But I've definitely seen my fair share.
Are there
Yeah, they're
gators
not
in West
here.
Virginia? No, too
No.
cold.
No, there's no gators.
There's this other video of this mom at a zoo, and she's holding like her little baby, and the gorilla in the engagement is like touching like the glass, like the mother wants to hold the baby. No, that's how they framed it. The mother wants to eat that baby alive. That is
I don't
lunch,
believe
dude.
that.
No, I think gorillas are kind of like us. They got 5 toes and 5 fingers.
Gorillas are.
They're like
Yeah.
us. That gorilla wanted to nurture that baby. I saw it.
Spence, before we jump off wild animals, this might have to be a new segment because I just remembered now that you're talking about it, talking about gorillas. So earlier this week, there was a video of a bunch of Karens. Like I say that like in a literal sense, they were all for sure that, and taking videos of gorillas. They all got kids and they're looking at this enclosure, and these gorillas, there's like 8 of them. They just start beating the shit out of one gorilla. Just jump this guy. I don't know what happened between one and the other guy's girl or what happened. He got his ass whooped. And the best part of the whole video is the moms are screaming, "No, stop. No, stop." They're like the gorillas are gonna be like, "Oh shit, my bad. Okay, we're done. My fault." Like that was just my favorite thing. Like who in their right mind yells no, stop? I love wild animals, nature, guys.
Me too.
Good segment. Good segment. Let's move on to what everybody wants to really talk about, I guess now is Jake, or not Jake, sorry. Actually, yeah, Jake now. Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather.
I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go. Megan, you're gonna go.
I'm
to
gonna
that
go
fight?
too.
You got a plug?
It's in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean go like to the thing?
To the
Oh, maybe
fight.
I will. I'm not into like fighting or stuff like that, and I don't even know the difference between Jake or Logan Paul. Like
I was
I
gonna
don't know.
I was curious what you think, Megan, because like you're in that world, but I feel like you don't care about those two.
I don't care about Jake or Logan Paul for some reason. I don't know why. All I know about one of them is like one of them got like in trouble years ago, and then like the other one married Tana Mojo. Like that's all I know about them. I know Floyd Mayweather though. I like Floyd Mayweather. I remember when he fought Pacquiao years ago, back in like 2016. Like
Right.
I remember I like that stuff. I don't like the.
Maybe we send Megan there to be like a sideline reporter because she just doesn't care at all. Like, be like, "Oh, this is cool. Like, who's
We're
that? Oh,
here."
that's Logan. Oh, cool." Like,
Should be
Yeah,
calling him the wrong name. Oh, it's Jake.
hey, there's Jake.
Dude, that's funny.
I
Yeah, you
honestly
guys-
don't think I could tell them apart.
Yeah,
So,
me
Megan,
neither.
Megan, you don't like the Paul brother, but like Tom and they're saying you're kind of in that world. Who I'm curious as to like who like are your favorite like top 3 YouTubers / influencers that maybe I have no idea who they are.
No, you definitely know who this is. Do you know Aiden Ross?
Dude, I love Aiden Ross.
I
Love him.
love Aiden Ross. I did an E-date with him. He's like my favorite right now. Other than that, I really don't know. Like Charlie D'Amelio, she's really nice. Like Addison Rae, really cute girl. Like all these people are really nice and cool, but like Aiden Ross is like supreme ruler up here. Like
What's
he's
an E-date?
It's like I went on an E-date where like a bunch of guys like vie for my love, and they do like a bunch of cool things. One had like a poster of my face on it like 20 times. Like it was.
So it's like the Bachelorette, but on Zoom.
Yeah, on Discord.
Hold on, I need to know
I've
way
never even
more
heard of that.
about this. Tell me, was it awkward? Like, okay, because Aiden Ross is known for just being sus, right? Like that's his thing. He's got this sus humor. And look, if you're offended by the word sus, I apologize. I know that's kind of a thing right now, but
Yeah, we're not allowed to use
Nope.
that word overtime.
okay, well, I apologize for that, but that's what Aiden is. So tell me, Megan, I got to hear more about this E-date / Zoom bachelorette that you were on. Tell me everything.
How does that even become like set up? I've never even heard of that.
Let's hear it.
I didn't even know how it was set up. Aiden took care of all of it. But basically, I think Aiden tried to get the guys to like creep me out, because one guy came with like stuff all over his face. One guy had like the poster of my face in the background. One dude was just like making dirty jokes. And like, I think he purposely got these dudes to creep me out and wanted to see how far he could go to see how weirded out I would get. But I kept my cool the whole time. I was like, "Nice to meet you. Oh, great. That was a great time. Thank you." Like I tried to keep my cool, but inside I was dying. I was like, Aiden is really trying me right now to like to creep me out. And he did it. He did it. Some of those guys really freaked me out. It was so weird.
So then did Aiden come on at the end and you two went on an E-date, or did he just set this up?
Did he do
He
it to
just
make
said-
himself look better?
What is it?
He just set it up, or did he like do it so he looked better? Like maybe he likes you.
He set it up, and
Never mind.
he had Kyrie Walker. I know you guys know. Kyrie Walker was there too, but Kyrie was not a contestant because Kyrie was just watching with us. But basically at the end, like I was supposed to go on an E-date with a kid, and it was crazy. It was something. I think that it's on like YouTube or something.
I'll have to watch this.
Liv, if you saw Jordan on an E-date, do you think he would have won your heart? Or Jordan, how would you have done an E-date?
It took Jordan. It took me like 3 months to even like Jordan.
So you
Hey,
would not.
like-
So you wouldn't have won the E-date.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna get 3 months, but I would just go in and be like, look, I only get how much
That's pretty
time,
much what you tried to do when we were in high school.
whatever. How much time, Megan, did you get to talk to these guys like each one-on-one?
They each got like 2 minutes to like
Oh my
give their spiel. And some of them were just so weird. And I felt so bad. And I had to vote one off every round. I had to vote a guy off. And every time I voted one off, they were like, are you serious, Megan? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm sorry. This is what I have to do. This is the
I wanna
best.
watch
I
this. This is crazy.
If you had like to do a 2-minute spiel for me, what would you do?
Well, I want to
I'll
hear this.
just- Dude, I would just
Dribble.
listen.
Jordan, you're on the clock. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Go for it.
Okay, 2 minutes. No, I would just be myself. I would be completely natural. I would let everybody else do this here huge, like, oh,
You would
this
be
and that.
so
Yo,
corny.
Liv, you ever seen Ellen before?
Yeah. Then you would just like screen share a video of him.
Yo, Pete My Hoop mixtape. You follow Overtime?
He would be so corny.
Okay, no, but this is her thing. She says like hoopers, like that's why when we first started talking, she used to tell me like you have no game. Hoopers in general don't have game,
Corny.
which I don't know. I mean, I'm sitting here 3 years later. If I had 2 minutes, it would be a done deal, 100%. You would feel the authenticity just like radiating. I'm telling you, I am not afraid of a 2-minute spiel. I'm not going to do anything crazy.
Oh, we know you can talk for 2 minutes, Jordan.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Liv,
think
Liv would be trying to ask him a question.
he wouldn't shut up. Yeah, he wouldn't shut up.
all right, good.
Wait,
Let's
can I
get
ask
on
Megan
to-
one question on the influencer stuff? Because Megan, I feel like I've always wanted to ask you this. I don't know why I want to ask you off the pod, but I feel like you get asked to do different things, and you do the thing with Aiden, and then the other day you were on with who? Rice Gum, right? Who's like one of the biggest YouTubers. Like, how do you decide which ones you want to do?
I do basically the ones that I know are gonna like get the most like feedback. So like Rice is pretty huge, Aiden's pretty huge. The people that I know are gonna get like the most feedback and the most like I guess clout. Like everyone wants like to like grow and whatnot. So like I guess by like getting with these people who are like huge, you're growing your own name. So that's like pretty much like how you pick and choose, I guess.
Keep
Did
it
you like
100,
the-
Megan. I love it.
Yeah.
It's about
Did
the
you
clout.
like knowing when that Rice says they always message me to try and get me to go on there.
You should do it. He just asks and gets to know you.
It wasn't bad.
No, yeah, it wasn't bad at all. He didn't ask like anything out of pocket. It was like completely normal. They asked about like something, like basically the fans chose, like the fans asked questions in the stream. So like he would ask the fans like, oh, like what do you want to know from Megan? And they asked about like flight. They asked about like my relationship status, like all that stuff. They'd probably ask a lot about like Jordan. They'd probably ask about like influencing stuff. So you should totally do it.
Yeah.
Dude, she's gonna do it. I'm gonna be like, yeah, definitely do it. But then I'm just gonna stand. I'm just gonna be like awkwardly in the back the whole time. I'm gonna just make sure it's curated and everything has to kind of go through a vetting process. You know, I mean, I'm just gonna kind of. Is that
I
okay?
wouldn't be mad if you stood in the back.
No, we love that. We love a protective boyfriend.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did
Yeah.
you guys go to high school together? Sorry, I have to ask.
No.
No.
How'd you guys meet? Because you guys are so adorable.
Oh, thank you. Liv, take it. Go ahead.
Oh God. We were in high school and he just committed to WVU and followed me on Instagram. So I followed him back, whatever. He like liked all my pictures, slid in my DMs.
Do you remember when the OG?
Wait. How many pictures? Like he just went on a liking spree?
Like maybe
All of them.
maybe
Oh.
probably like 3, and then he messaged me and he messaged me and asked me if I was going to WVU and like how old I was. That's how he slid in. And I was like, yeah, blah blah blah. we added each other on Snapchat, but like that was it. He would message me. He added me on Snapchat, would always slide up on my stuff or Snapchat me, and I would never respond. I would never respond. And then we got to school. It was my first day ever on campus, and I was walking to the layer, which was like our student union, because I had to do like an orientation. It was literally my first day ever. So I'm walking there, I have a hat on and I have my head down, and like you wouldn't be able to tell if it was me at all. And he just happens to be driving there, and he's like in traffic, and I'm standing right there, and then I just hear someone yell like "Liv," and I look up and I'm with a bunch of people, and he's like waving at me, and I'm like, "Hey," like, and I wave, and everyone's like, "Is that Jordan McCabe, blah blah blah, do you know him?" I'm like, "No." And then he texted me right after. He got Snapchatted me, and he was like, "Thanks for at least waving in real life, because you never answer my messages." And then he
Damn, that worked.
Listen, and
wait,
now,
no, it didn't work. It didn't work at all.
what?
It didn't work. I mean,
Yeah, that's
he
not
got his foot in the
smooth.
door. He got his foot in the door, but he remembered my class schedule, and he would just like happen to drive by my dorm, like where I was living, because obviously like you don't have a car your first year. And he had one. So he would like drive past my dorm and then just be like, "Oh, I was just like driving past. Do you need a ride to class?" And then
Nice.
would, like be my personal Uber everywhere.
Time
So
out.
Jordan was like, I'm either gonna get a relationship or arrested, like either
Yeah.
one.
Dude,
Liv,
I-
would you classify him as a sim?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I am. I would classify myself. I'm okay with that.
I had one class that was like at 7, so he would get up and drive all the way away from
Hold
the
on.
practice facility and pick me up and drive me.
Time out. Everything was good. Everything was good until I was made out to be a stalker. I was not a stalker. Listen, no.
You were just really persistent.
I didn't like, I didn't just pull up on her on the street. I would message
Yes,
her.
you did. There were multiple times.
Liv. Okay, so no, seriously, I would work out at 6, and then I knew she had class early, so I would just text her like, "Oh, I'll drive you." So I just made it this kind of like routine where she knew she had a ride, and that right there, case in point, that story. I don't need 2 minutes. I need your name and
And your class
and
schedule.
I need your name and a roll down window in traffic, and that's it. 3 years later, that's all I needed. So 2 minutes on an E-date, yeah, I'd be fine. So that's
Yeah,
how we
right.
met, Megan. That's how we
We
met.
love that. I love that. That's my favorite story ever. Sheesh, we love that.
Yeah. Hey, Spence, clip this. Thumbnail. Got it. All right, good. All right, let's
What am I doing with you guys? I'm way too old to be here.
dude, let's wrap this up with playing this game that Ash, made
Ooh,
up,
I
but it's
wanna play
actually this sounds
I
really
have some
fun.
hot takes on this.
What's going on, everybody? Today we had Overtime Megan and Liv on the show, and we're gonna play Girl Fight to wrap this thing up. 10 names, 20 names, 1v1. Who wins in a fist fight? You guys ready? It's got to be quick. It's got to be off the cuff. I'll take number 1. Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B. Megan, you go first.
Nicki Minaj.
Easy.
No, Cardi B.
Whoa.
She has way more grit to her. Cardi B.
Okay,
She's
Tom.
gritty.
You take number 2, Tom.
All right, Dixie D'Amelio versus Addison Rae. We got height versus strength.
Addison.
Who you got, Meg? Addison.
All the way.
Yeah, maybe Addison, but Dixie's like, she's kind of like angsty. She seems like angry at life, maybe. I feel like she might like take that out in the fight. That's
Mhm.
just my take.
Number 3, our queens, Rihanna or Beyonce, Queen B.
Who's going?
Rihanna's definitely got some angst to her. Like how you just saying.
Beyonce. Have you guys seen her Lemonade tape? She was like bashing windows in
Yeah,
her
no,
car
she
with
is.
a bat.
Liv, this is for you. Dua Lipa versus Halsey.
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 Pregnant Halsey or non-pregnant? Non-pregnant Halsey.
Well, it probably wouldn't be good if she was
She
fighting.
probably
pregnant,
shouldn't fight.
We're not having pregnant people fight, Tom.
But I'd still take
Copy
pregnant.
that. Copy that.
All right, Megan. Dua Lipa versus
Dude, Spence, we just did that. This guy's so checked out right now.
Yeah, he's
got
done
his
with us.
goddamn
He's done
dog.
with us.
Look, he's done.
Let's
Okay.
go.
He's got his-
Just go without me. Just go without.
Okay, I'll take the next one. All right, Megan, you go first. We got Meg Thee Stallion versus Taylor Swift.
Meg the Stallion.
How can it?
Does Taylor have any chance though? Like in any world, can Taylor?
Absolutely not.
Have you seen what she does to men? Anyways. All right, next one.
I want Kanye West to narrate that fight.
Next up, Megan, this is for you. Selena Gomez. I wish she was still dating JB, or Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. That girl's scary.
Terrifying. Liv.
I said that at first too, you know, like when I was looking at it, but I think I don't know. Miley Cyrus, she's just so tiny. Like I feel like you could just snap her in half. She's like a twig. But she has grit, so maybe Miley.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, here's a good one. Lizzo versus Liv.
Me.
Really? You think you're gonna beat up Lizzo?
I'm quick.
You better have some damn firepower
I'm
going.
quick.
She's got a lot of power though, Lizzo, you know?
I have power too. And like,
Liv, how tall? How tall are you? Can we get some height
5'9".
measurables? 5'9".
I'm a big
Liv.
No, I'm tall. I'm tall and I can take her. And what kind of person would I be if I didn't take myself in a fight?
True. I take you too. I'll take you too.
Thank you.
Okay, last one. Tom, you take this one. Let's wrap this show of a game up. Dear God.
Lizzo's 5'10", and then this last one isn't a girl fight, but just for fun. Jack Harlow, who some people think is dating Addison Rae, versus Bryce Hall, who famously used to date Addison Rae.
Bryce Hall.
That's what I think.
That kid's
No.
got like a Napoleon complex.
He's got little man syndrome. I agree. Megan, yes, you're definitely a friend of the podcast. Good. We're all on the same page. I'm gonna go Jack.
For a
Harlow.
guy with
I just don't think Jack Harlow can fight.
no,
You think Jack
Bryce
Harlow
is
can fight?
training for a fight. I think he's gonna. No. I think Bryce is gonna win.
Okay,
Would
thank
kill
you.
Jack Harlow.
You guys are stupid. No way.
Bryce, for someone with 20 million followers, hundreds of whatever, I have never met someone that like was like, oh, you know what? I love that kid. He crushes it. But hey, maybe
Really?
he comes on the show one day and changes everything for us.
Well, hey guys, that was Girl Fight. It was a show. Join us next week and maybe we'll get our shit together. Probably not though. Hope you're enjoying the episode and we're going to wrap it up. Megan, thanks for joining. Liv, thanks for joining. You guys were awesome.
Thanks,
Virtual fist bump. Boom.
Fist bump, fist bump. Got
Yes.
it. Delayed, but we'll take
Tom,
it.
that wasn't for you, but all right.
All right. Are we good? Everybody's good. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Oh, my bad. I didn't even. Come on, y'all just be sneaking up on me. All right. Just watch these videos right here, subscribe, and then we'll get back to the dancing.